Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Friday. Okay, guys, so we have a lot to discuss and break down when it comes to this Brandy Glenville, Caroline Manzo. More lawsuits coming out. Leah McSweeney and Darinda is entering the mix, but in a positive way. Um, we're gonna break it all down. I don't even know where to begin with this because it's just wild. And now that the executive producer, Lisa Shannon, came forward and gave new information, especially about conversations with Caroline Manzo, some people thought that Brandy would feel like she was vindicated, but Brandy has also spoken out. So it's just very confusing. And I feel like there are a lot of moving parts. So before we jump in, you guys know how this works. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell in 3, 2, 1. Let's get this shit. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to start with the Brandy Glenville of it all because I feel like that is the best place to start. Brandy Glenville, thank you to Reality Blurb, is saying that she's more pissed than ever after a Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip producer shared more to the story behind Caroline Manzo's allegations. Now, Brandy, who once starred on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, revealed that she almost died, and she suggested it was disgraceful that they didn't back up her claims up until now, 15 months after she was accused of sexual assault. I'm going to share with you guys the actual message from her. But before we do, I wanted to remind you guys, everyone's always asking me, I'm going to share it with you. Everyone's always asking me about my skincare. I use number 7, but this tool is my favorite tool. It's called Blue Mean. I love how my cat's in this. With the touch of a button, it has these little microcurrents. So you gently rub it up and down your face. And it feels like a little massage, but it's lifting, illuminating, rejuvenating, and taking all the inflammation out of your skin, which is absolutely perfect, especially if you're always on the go and you travel. So normally she's $150, but if you're interested, you can click on the link in the description of this video or even pinned in the comment section for $70 off. Best part is, if you don't love her, you get 100% of your money back. Now, let's share the message. Thank you all about the Real Housewives. Am I happy? No. Do I feel vindicated? No. I'm fucking more pissed than ever. What these producers do to make a TV show is disgraceful and disgusting. I begged for them to intervene. I almost died. It took a lawsuit. I'm not okay. Okay. So as of right now, these are her words. Are those going to change? Probably not. In another post, Brandy continued to voice her frustration, saying it only took 15 months, a lawsuit, and me going through hell for the truth to start coming out. In paperwork obtained by the outlet, the producer claimed that Caroline felt disrespected by Brandy, but she didn't express she was sexually violated. Our primary concern at that point was making sure that Caroline felt safe. She told us that she felt safe, that she wanted to continue to film, and that she did not want Brandy to be sent home. But according to the producer, Caroline said at the time, listen, I feel safe. Okay. I feel your support. This is for me. I'm dealing with something that has been buried deep in my soul for 50 years. All right. Well, it's interesting. And I'm wondering why now Lisa Shannon, the executive producer, is coming forward, because if Caroline is suing Bravo and NBC and the production company because she's not suing Brandy, then I would have thought in my head, okay, then this would all just play out in front of the judge and then those documents would have been leaked. But now that we have this coming out, I don't know. I'm curious. But wait, it keeps going. Thank you to Page 6. They titled this Exclusive Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip footage showing Caroline Manzo Brandy Glenville incident temporarily restricted by court. The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip footage that purports to show an incident between Caroline and Brandy has been temporarily restricted by a New York court. Executive producer Lisa Shannon submitted the videos this week in an attempt to have the Real Housewives of New Jersey alums lawsuit thrown out, but requested all of the clips be sealed from the public. The court docket seen by Page 6 shows. Although the footage cannot be seen, Shannon notes in her legal response that it details the incident at issue in the complaint, Manzo's perceptions of it, and the other cast members' perceptions of it, and the aftermath of the encounter, in which Caroline has alleged that Brandy forced her tongue into her mouth and humped her without her consent. Lisa Shannon also claims in the court documents that Caroline said she felt disrespected which we said. I mean, mm, okay. Reenacted conversations with other Ultimate Girls Trip cast members, including Phaedra Parks, also purport to show that they were all having fun, noting that no one was aware that Caroline had been sexually abused as a child, which prompted her reaction to Brandy's alleged actions. Shannon also claims in her legal response that Caroline left Morocco after her castmates informed her in a group text that they were going to visit Brandy at her hotel, which was the only time that Caroline allegedly asked to not be filmed. Brandy has repeatedly shot down Caroline's false sexual harassment claims as absurd, and while filming, Brandy followed what the producers asked of her, and there was no sexual assault, is what her rep told Page Six. She is innocent of these absurd accusations that have weighed on her mental and physical health for far too long without a word of support from Peacock, Shed, or Bravo. Okay. This is an absolute shit show, but what I'm guessing is Caroline Manzo. I don't know if in a lawsuit you can. It depends what she wrote, but I don't know if. Yeah, you can. You can sue for emotional distress and it triggering that. I don't know. This could be interesting. I don't know if she's going to win, but I feel like Brandy Glenville will probably win her lawsuit. And now, as you guys know, with the Reality Reckoning and Brian Friedman and Mark Garagos, these like powerhouse attorneys that Bethany ended up starting this all with, they are recruiting people down to Faith, who was on Vanderpump Rules, who she's been going back and forth about what happened with her on Vanderpump Rules for 5 years. So that doesn't, I mean, what that tells me is that now that people know that there are two attorneys who are handling this, they are probably submitting their experiences, trying to see if they can't jump on the bandwagon. But that's just my opinion. And speaking of jumping on the bandwagon, let's bring it over to our girl, Darinda Medley, who we love. Darinda Medley, thank you to realityt.com, does not understand Leah McSweeney's lawsuit against Andy Cohen. Darinda recently shared some thoughts regarding Leah McSweeney's lawsuit against Bravo and Andy. For the uninitiated, Leah filed her lawsuit against her former employer, and that was back in late February. The lawsuit alleged that producers encouraged alcohol consumption on the set of The Real Housewives of New York, and that was problematic for Leah as a recovering alcoholic. Perhaps more shocking, however, was the accusation that Andy encouraged the white powdery substance use with housewives. Now, allegedly, these housewives would fall in Andy's good graces. These allegations caused Andy to threaten legal action against Leah, with the legal matter still ongoing. Multiple housewives have commented on the matter, but Dorinda is the latest. What does Dorinda have to say? She said, I just didn't understand it at all. I mean, listen, I was there at Bravo for 6 years. I know, we miss her. But I was there for 6 years. I've always worked well with production in every city. And for me, it was work and I had a lawyer. I read the contract. I signed. I did my work and I left. So I was very surprised by all that. Now, a particular confusion to Dorinda were Leah's claims against Andy and his treatment of talent. Dorinda found these claims confusing since Andy didn't spend much time with housewives. I don't really see Andy. It's not like we hung out with Andy. That's the weird part of it. Dorinda stated that she was not going to live in a fantasy and say that reality TV work is always perfect. However, she acknowledged that she always had a positive ongoing relationship with her production people. And of course, it might be worth acknowledging the bias on both sides. Leah was let go from Bravo while non complaining Dorinda was offered opportunities, even after Real Housewives of New York. So, yeah. Guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are, especially about the Brandy Caroline thing. Pop off in the comment section. Smash that like button if you have not already, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys.